So this is going to be a non-trading post. In case you guys are not interested, you can skip this part. And again, but the point is what I'm trying to tell you that these things, what I'm going to talk about, actually helped in my trading. Not directly related to trading, but these activities actually helped in my trading. So I'll talk about the context first. Around 2014 or 2015, I mean late 2014, 14 or early 2015, I'll talk about what I was going through at that point of time. So I was still struggling in trading. I mean, there was no. I had started very recently, and there was no clear-cut way forward I had at that point of time. So generally, what happens whenever we are struggling in life, uh, especially if we are, let's say, financially not doing very well, the first coping mechanism that we have is we indulge in eating the food that we like, a lot. So basically, our comfort food, the food that we have grown eating up, or let's say in some cases processed food. In my case, it was a lot of street food, processed food, a mix of all these things. So basically, every time I used to have a minor loss, or let's say some office related stuff. I was also working at that point of time. So usually, what used to happen, I used to eat basically a lot of outside food. So what happened at that point of time? I developed fatty liver. Uh, issue. My blood test revealed that, and then I was, asked to go on medications. So again, I'll give a slight context to it. Till 2014-15, my usual, solution for all the medical issues was to go for medication. And because my father's side, basically the people I used to listen to at that point of time, they are heavily into this kind of school of thought that okay, whatever issues you're having, you go for medicines. Whereas my spouse, she was not my spouse at that point of time, but my what my spouse used to advocate, or she advocates, is that you go to the root cause of the problem and try to understand exactly what are the issues that you're having, and if there is a way of going about it, solving it. Because going on medication is very easy. It's like you go to the shop, you buy things, and it's like instant gratification. But is it actually solving the root cause of the problem? So there was this one recurring issue which I had been facing for years, and that was basically my sinus issue. I Whenever there was a change in temperature or change in, let's say, my because I travel a lot, so whenever these kind of things used to happen, so I used to start sneezing for a very heavy amount of time, and all these things were actually affecting in my trading, or even in my work life. So I what I used to do, I used to eat this medicine called Relent, and so it used to give me temporary relief, but there was no permanent cure for it. So these are things which I was struggling with, and so then I started looking at, are there root causes of these issues, and which I can address using some kind of basic research. So that's when I started, focusing on that nutrition, probably because when we look at food, apart from comfort food, apart from a very pleasurable activity, it is also a fuel that we are putting inside our body. And like whatever fuel we are putting inside our body, that is how our body is going to function. Let's say if you're putting a bad petrol in a vehicle, bad quality petrol or bad color vehicle, also will require a lot of maintenance. So the same thing was happening with me. So then I started focusing on the right kind of nutrition. What exactly is are the things which actually body needs. I did a lot of research. I mean, me and both my spouse at that point of time, and we tried a lot of things. We different school of thought, veganism, and all those things. Let's say fasting, and going. Staying away from protein, and then there was a period when we were heavily into protein, fat, all those things. But and over a period of, let's say, last 3 4 5 years, we arrived at the right thing which actually works for our body. After trying all these things, let's say when I went veganism, I for 3 months I was into it. Then I found out, okay, there are certain things which are not working for me. Still I was having certain cravings. So then after a period of, let's say, I think 2021 22 onwards was when we figured out, okay, these are the things which we want to be there as part of our body, and as an intake, it took a lot of time fasting. Let's say initially I started skipping out, let's say, one meal a day. Let's say if I'm having 4 meals a day, I used to skip one meal a day, then I used to skip 2 meals a day. But slowly what was happening, when I was doing all these activities, and when I started looking food as a fuel, uh, my basically these recurring issue which I used to have, this let's say sinus and all those things, they started taking a back seat, and my started feeling more active. And this process actually took place over a period of what I said, no, 2014 to 2021, 2022. So these process basically, I was just going into that shape, okay, that how alive and active I was feeling. And why I'm telling all these things is because when I look at people around me, especially people who are younger to me, let's say, or part of family and friends, when I see their lifestyle, I see those recurring traits which I used to have, because I had this mindset of going for instant gratification, especially not in my profession specifically, but let's say going on medicine, going for, let's say, when I was feeling stressed out in job, some kind of socializing I used to do, that used to reduce my stress. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you, sometimes you have to look inward to actually solve a lot of core issues that we are having. And since then, actually, if I talk about after 2016 or 17 period, I've actually not taken any kind of medicine. Obviously, a lot of you may not believe this thing, but I don't have any agenda, in talking about it. It's just a random rant. You can look at it like this. Uh, I mean, how we treat our bodies is how active or how social or how alive we'll feel. That is what I have realized over a period of time. So cutting down sugar, cutting down a lot of things which are actually bad for our bodies, let's say heavy carb kind of a diet, processed foods, once in a while is okay, let's say once in a month, or let's say once in I mean on a cheat day, if you're having those things, it make sense. But if you're having recurringly, it may not make a lot of sense. And the immediate impact that I've seen is that I start, I mean, I feel more alive when I'm trading. I feel more alert when I'm trading, because if you look at trading as a profession, it requires a lot of, alertness. Things change very quickly in the market. So if you're not alert, if you're lazy, let's say if you're getting up late and sleeping, late, all those things will actually affect you. So, like I said in the beginning, these things what I'm putting in this messages may not be directly linked to trading, but they directly affect the performance. So if you are trying to improve your trading, or let's say trying to improve your even current profession, I mean, if you can try cutting down on, or going back to the right kind of fuel for the body, and it will be a process of figuring it out. I mean, no one can tell you exactly what works for you. Let's say if you're a vegetarian guy, things may shape out in a different way. If for me, let's say if I indulge heavily into non-veg, so for me it's a different kind of a journey. It was a different kind of a journey. But what I've realized at the end of the day, that protein and fat when I'm talking about is not the Amul fat, Amul butter. It's about homemade fat, or let's say dry fruits. The fat source is a very good amount of source. So those kind of things are the thing which our body requires in abundance. And whereas carbs, let's say rice, roti, and all those things, they are actually not, from an evolution point of view, they are not the right source or right nutrition for our body, because these are very recent phenomena. If you look at the long history of humankind, rice and wheat, as an organized farming, they are a product of our organized farming. They are a product of, let's say, catering to a very large population which wanted food. So poverty and all those things made sure that you can produce something at a mass scale and give it to the population, so at least they'll not be feeling hungry. So that is how the origin of wheat and rice has come about. Whereas if you go back even further, 20,000, 30,000 years ago, we were eating whatever we were getting on the street or on the in the forest. So sometimes we used to get tuber, sometimes we used to get, let's say, some protein in the form of animal, some rarely we used to get sugar, rarely we used to get fat. So that is why we crave for fat, because it's so it was not very much, available in the what do you call it, environment. So that is why the entire industry has been built upon catering our, those primal instincts of, wanting for fat and sugar, but they are in excess right now, and that is why we are having all these lifestyle issues. So if you look at, let's say, your medical records, another thing what we have been doing, wherever I am, whether I am in my hometown or whether I am traveling outside, whatever the place be, I make sure that every 3 to 4 months I'm getting my blood test done. So what that ensures is that, okay, I know where my body is going, and how things are shaping up. So all these things actually tell me in advance, okay, that if there is something wrong in the body or not. But honestly, after switching to this kind of particular, diet of heavy protein and heavy fat diet, my blood tests have actually improved. Like I said, I'm not under any kind of medication, and I feel more active. Plus, the wherever I am, I am ensure that, I'm doing those basic exercises and, getting the right sleep, and these helps. And like I was talking about the stress point, I missed out on, earlier. When I was in job, there was, unnecessary stress used to happen, but in the current profession, it's like, probably in the best shape of my life I am right now. I mean, I don't have any stress as such. So what I'm trying to tell you, that I started with a very loser mindset, and it was a journey to switch from a loser mindset to a winner mindset. When I'm talking about loser mindset, it's not that I'm trying to blame anyone, but there are certain things which are associated with a loser mindset. Like, you go for instant gratification, you are immediately thinking for, immediate returns, you are immediately living in the moment, you are not planning for, let's say 1 year, 2 years down the line. Whatever money you get, you want to, splurge it on some kind of comfort food or some kind of things that are there around you. You are not into saving, you are not into, making those kind of decisions. So I've been through that phase, and I understand when I see people making those similar kind of things. So from at my point of view, from my point of thing, I don't actually judge things. But since this channel is there and I can let it out things, so at least for my close friends and families, I don't want them to go through a phase where, okay, they are feeling sick and they are having medication, whereas the actual root cause is something else. And so if you can address those root causes, you'll come to the same conclusion like what I have come to, provided you're not distracted, that the root cause is the right nutrition, probably that is missing, right kind of exercise, that is missing, right sleep, that is also missing, and right kind of stress management or stress control or right kind of socializing, probably that is missing. Because I'm not the kind of person who's heavily into socializing. Let's say if in a large group, I probably go in my shell. But let's say if I'm meeting someone one to one, or one to, let's say, two to three kind of a thing, then I'm fairly okay with those kind of meeting. But in a large meeting, I generally avoid. Over the last 4 or 5 years, I've been avoiding these things because I've realized what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses. So yeah. But again, sorry for the long post. I just in one of my groups, I saw some of these posts, where they were talking about the how a lot of software professionals are facing these recurring issues. So it just triggered in my mind, okay, let me talk about it. Yeah, but it helped in my trading, and it continues to help in my trading, and that is why I've been following a certain kind of a lifestyle, sleeping early, those kind of things. So yeah, have a good time. Bye.